It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Monday, March 3rd. We have made it to March. I think this is our first March show. It's March. When is it? Spring. Spring has sprung in my brain. Oh, I am so happy to see you guys. I needed you. I really did. It's been a weekend. I am so glad to have you guys here, to have you alongside me on this ride that we call Daily Dose of Donna. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I was just looking at my numbers over the weekend. I was looking at when I say numbers, I mean just like the analytics over these last couple months. And it has really been a journey. It's been a rocket ship journey. It's been up, it's been down, it's been high, it's been low. As Dee Dee says, we are here, we are queer, we are all the things. We are ready to cheer. Are you ready to roast the crapola out of the Oscars from last night? I have so much to say about the Oscars. We're going to talk Oscars. We're going to talk Bravo. We're going to talk Blake. We're going to talk Casey Anthony. We're going to talk so many things. For all of you haterades that say, oh, Donna, you are hyper fixated on Blake. Don't worry. I've got so much coming your way. Just, at this point, I feel like it's one of those things where we're going to play whack-a-mole with all the different things, all the pop culture. This is going to be a pop culture buffet. We've got a lot to talk about today. It's going to be one of those kinds of days on, you know it, say it with me, Daily Dose of Donna. Do you guys remember my rainbow? I feel like we've got to bring it back. Do you guys remember? If you're an OG, you remember my rainbow. I miss my rainbow. Back when things were just so easy. What if I just wore my rainbow the entire day and just rubbed myself? I miss my rainbow. I miss Cody Brown. I miss Robin's eyebrows. Back in the day, it's like, should we sing the Cheers anthem together? Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. I mean, seriously, we've gone through so many stages on this show. If you really go back, we could do a whole montage, like a bar mitzvah montage right now, right here. I will put my rainbow to the side for the moment, although he's kind of cute. What did you guys think of the Oscars? Did you watch the Oscars last night? And what did you think? Did you feel happy? Did you feel sad? Did you feel frustrated? Did you throw something at the TV like I did? Didn't really, but I did in my brain. I found it to be very frustrating last night. Listen, let's start with the wins. And by wins, I don't mean who actually won. Let's start with the good things about the Oscars last night. Good things. Number one, I thought Conan did a pretty good job. For being such a kind of a boring, to me, I thought kind of a boring pick. Like Conan O'Brien, to me, is like a safe pick. Do you know what I mean? Pick by pick. I'm opening a LaCroix, not a beer, in case you're hearing a little every time I hear something crack open, I'm like, who's opening a Coors Light? It's a Kirkland sparkling water, straight from Costco. Conan O'Brien was a safe pick, I think, in a very, very unsafe, political, world-like climate. Conan O'Brien was a good pick, in my opinion. He kept it very safe. He didn't really go hard on anyone. He had some digs, but they weren't intense. It didn't feel like he was going. I don't feel like he'd said anything super inflammatory. Even when he did make a little bit of a political joke, it didn't hit so hard. I don't think he did anything to really upset anyone. I don't remember anyone feeling I don't feel like anyone really woke up today saying like, "I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he went there. I can't believe he did that," right? Like, I feel like he didn't really go there. What pissed me off, first thing that pissed me off was seeing Deadpool dancing. Did anyone catch that? If you're a Daily Dose of Donna viewer, you saw Deadpool making a little bit of a jig at 20 some minutes through the dance. Why was Deadpool dancing? Can someone explain why Deadpool showed up full full on in a dance movement moment situation? Let's call in Valerie Cherish for this. I didn't need to see that. I don't need to see that. What the hell was that? Now, I was sitting amongst some Hollywood people in my living room. I had 4 people over at my house, of course, in addition to my family. Uh, 2 of them, 2 couples. One of them used to be a Disney executive, used to work at Disney. One of them works at Meta. One of them works at CAA. And one of them works in video games, but used to work at Sony, like used to be a higher up at Sony. So I had a lot of like entertainment perspectives. The person that was at Disney, who no longer is at Disney, says, well, duh, this is such an obvious, like, must be there because it's an ABC production. ABC, Disney, Deadpool, Marvel, Disney, ABC. It absolutely connects. Everything's fine here, guys. Remember, everything's fine. Deadpool is not Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool's Deadpool. Nothing to see here, folks. Get it? It's a very intentional move. I think this is the way that the Hollywood machine works. It's like keep pretending nothing's wrong and then nothing will be wrong. That's kind of the world. Uh Let me think what else. Oh, someone said, did the person from Meta censor you? The person that is my friend that works at Meta works in like brand partnerships, has nothing to do with that. I didn't even talk to her about the Meta censorship. I should have. We didn't even talk about that. That's so funny. My friend, my CAA friend, lots of CAA mentions last night, lots of thanking CAA. But my CAA friend's best friend was nominated actually last night. So he was really, really hoping that his friend would win. He was nominated for best sound for Wicked and didn't win. And he was super bummed. And that was actually really a bummer because the winners of last night, the actual award winners of the show, were completely not who were like they were who were expected to win, I think, for a lot of reasons, like according to predictions in a lot of the categories. This is the first year that I did not in any capacity know what the hell the movies were. I didn't watch any of them other than Wicked. I did not know. I watched A Real Pain, which was the Jesse Eisenberg, Karen Culkin movie, and I watched Wicked. I think that's it. I didn't see any of them. None of even the substance I didn't see. But I did know one thing. Cynthia Erivo or Demi Moore should have won Best Actress. The fact that either of them did not, I think Demi Moore should have gotten it this year. This woman has worked so hard. She has won every single award coming up until Best Actor, Best Actress for the Oscars. She has won every single big award. The fact that she didn't go home with Best Actress last night was a crime. Is that too dramatic? Probably, but welcome to my life. I was devastated over that. I was actually like gobsmacked. And I think the world was like, well, the entertainment world, the people that were watching. Cynthia not winning, Cynthia Erivo not winning, the only reason that I think Cynthia didn't win, or the only thing that I keep thinking about Wicked getting snubbed in every category other than costume design, I think, last night. Or production design? Did they win for production? The only reason that I believe that she lost the BAFTA to the Oscar winner too. The only reason that I believe that she could maybe not have won is Wicked Part 2 is going to be coming out next year, or this year, sorry, in November, and that's gonna be, like, the second part of the movie, and my hope is that this next part of the movie will be the one that takes you to, they'll sweep. That's just my hope, is that someone said something somewhere, and I can't remember where I read it, that Lord of the Rings didn't win a lot of nominations or a lot of Oscars or a lot of big awards in their first or second ones, and it was the third one. It was like the final of their series that kind of swept and got everything. So my hope is that they get everything in their second year. Because John Chu should have been nominated for Best Director. And I'm sorry, Ariana was amazing. I did not see Emilia Perez. I'm sorry, I didn't. I have no interest after seeing a little trailer of it. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. What else did I find to be, oh my God, the cringiest speech ever? There was a couple moments that I just couldn't handle. If I ever win an award, I actually made my kids come back because, like, there was a bunch of kids at my house last night, mostly girls. It was 4 girls who are more into the show, and then my sons who have no interest in the show. So they were like watching, they were playing video games. Like, they're not interested. The boys aren't nearly as into it. But I made my boys come back and watch this part because I said, if you ever win an award on a public stage, what you shouldn't do is what the person who won Best Original Song for Emilia Perez, I'm saying it like Zoe Saldana said it. Also, her name is Zoe Saldana. I was always calling her Zoe Saldana, but it's Zoe Saldana. What she won last night, the original song. Did you guys see how she won the award? How she won the award, and she was like, she started to sing. I died. I think the entire audience felt so uncomfortable. I may have to find Best Original Song cringe speech. It was, you guys, it was so uncomfortable. Daily Mail pulls it up saying that it was roasted for the most horrific cringe moment of the night. You guys, it was truly the most uncomfortable of it must not be, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. If you ever win an award, this is not what you ever should do. I will try to pull it up for you guys and show you because it was quite possibly one of the worst things I've ever seen. Um, I'll show you in just a second. So, let me think if there's anything else that was shocking or you guys, a lot of people were very upset about, let me just, here. Let's see if I can find the little moment for you guys. It's something that you cannot miss. This is from Daily Mail, so who knows if we'll be able to see it without ads. Emilia, Epifania, What? What? This is after they spoke, after everything, and then she goes, Amelia, 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 and everyone was like, and then you see it goes to the audience, and there's someone in the audience going like, that's the moment where Homer Simpson wants to retreat into the bush. You know that moment where you just want to go like, oh no. Oh my gosh, it was so awkward. And then it was even more awkward because a friend of mine who I actually know in real life was posting about her because she was her stylist. And I was like, oh, I mean, she looked good. It felt very uncomfortable. Those are the moments that feel very uncomfortable. What was another uncomfortable moment? Oh, people were very uncomfortable about Adrian Brody throwing his gum to his wife, I believe his wife, who happens to be Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife, Georgina Chapman. Have we wrapped our heads around that? Do we know that? Is that a public thing in the doser community? Georgina Chapman is Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife, meaning she was with him when they were completely together during Me Too. She's a gorgeous, beautiful, unbelievably stunning woman, but she was with him during that like crazy, crazy experience. She also is the designer for Marchesa. Exactly. Yes. Don't think they were married. Okay. They are together. And he's a unbelievable actor. He's a very, very talented man. His speech was, I will give him a positive. He did say anti-Semitism, which, as someone that is very passionate about that, I was very, very thrilled to hear that word. Although it felt like we had to get through, an obstacle course to get there. He had to shut the music up, and then had to go through 6 minutes of torture to get to that word. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. It was a very, very difficult speech, but not before he stood up, walked up the stairs, and then spit out his gum and threw it to his girl. That was awkward. That was so, so awkward. But people were really uncomfortable with that. And I thought to myself, that's better than him going up there chewing gum. What would we have rather? I think rather chew gum or throw the gum. I'm glad he threw it. I couldn't have handled the chewing gum. It would have been very, very challenging. Swallow the gum. What if you swallow and then you start to choke? I couldn't have swallowed on cue. If I was in that moment, what if your mouth is dry? Oh, it was very awkward. Then someone was very offended. People are offended over everything these days. I thought Kieran Culkin's speech to his wife, pretty much fully dedicated to his wife, about growing their family because he won the Oscar, was the kindest, sweetest, cutest thing I've ever seen. But of course, someone over on Threads was very offended because they said, can you imagine that if a woman said the same thing to their man, if a woman said this to their man, that now that I won an Oscar, we're about to have a fourth baby, this would be so wrong. And people would say that woman is really trying to, capture the man and this and this and that. I'm like, excuse me, this is wild. This was the sweetest moment I have seen in a long time. He is obsessed with his wife, loves the crap out of her, and wants to have more babies with her. And she is crying hysterically and clearly so in love with him. I loved that moment more than anything in the entire night. I thought Kieran Culkin's speech was toppity of the night. For me, that was everything. Secondly, and Judy says, impregnate me now. Anastasia says, oh, those must be Blake bots. Yeah, for sure. The same people that are mad at Kieran Culkin are definitely Blake bots. They're all in the same. They're for sure. Ray says, I think I got parallel pregnant. We all got parallel pregnant. Lots of fun watching the Oscars with young kids last night, really young kids, when Conan's head came out of Demi Moore's back at the very beginning, and he mentioned orgasms within the first 10 minutes. Yeah, that was fun watching it with a 5-year-old. I'm definitely not concerned about it, but that was fun for those 5-year-olds' parents asking questions. Zoe Saldana said, Mommy! I was like, oh, she is over dramatic. Like, that is an actress. Zoe is an actress, and I didn't see Amelia Perez, but I love her in Lioness. So you win some, you lose some. Any other? Oh, of course, Defying Gravity and seeing the whole Wicked, Wizard of Oz and the Wiz moment was amazing. Although, why couldn't we get Cynthia just to fly? What I would do to see Cynthia just to fly. Couldn't they have gotten her to just get up there and just So if you care to find me, I would have been so happy. What else happened that was just such a moment? Oh, Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn is close to, I think Lance said close to 80 years old. Is that possible? Or did we make that up? Because look, she's definitely gotten work done, obviously. She's definitely, pulled and filled, but pretty freaking amazing for her. And why did we feel that was it just me? Or was there some sort of like experience between her and Andrew Garfield? Like there was something going on there. There was like a little bit of a baby girl situation, right? She's 80 in November. 80 in November, Melissa says. Oh, wow. Wow. Was she drunk or tipsy? I would say 99% of the time you'll see Goldie Hawn. I think she's like a little bit. Well, this show is brought to you by VIIA Hemp. So this is a perfect tie-in for my sponsor. She probably uses VIIA is my guess. Okay, life moves fast and sometimes you just need a way to relax like Goldie Hawn. Relax, recharge, or stay focused without overcomplicating things, and that's where VIIA comes in. I believe Goldie Hawn probably uses VIIA. So if you haven't tried VIIA yet, you're seriously missing out. Whether you need to unwind, refocus, or boost your mood, VIIA is here to enhance your everyday and night. Trusted by over 500,000 happy customers, maybe Goldie, VIIA is changing the game in natural wellness, blending powerful, high-quality hemp-derived ingredients to deliver real effect-driven benefits. Whether you're looking to sleep better, have better libido, improve focus, recover, or simply relax, VIIA has a tailored solution just for you. With products ranging from 0 to high cannabinoid levels, VIIA lets you fully customize your experience to fit your needs. Whether you're looking to support your daily wellness routine, enhance focus, clarity, or unwind with deep relaxation, VIIA has you covered. And the best part, VIIA legally ships across the USA, discreet, direct to your door, no medical card required, and backed by a worry-free guarantee. Not sure where to start? Take VIIA's Product Finder quiz to get personalized recommendations tailored to your needs. It can take you less than 60 seconds to complete. So if you're at 21 and over, treat yourself to 15% off and get a free gift with your first order using our exclusive code DAILYDOSE, that's one word, at viiahemp.com. Plus, enjoy free shipping on orders over $100. That's VIIAHEMP.com, code DAILYDOSE. VIIAHEMP.com, code DAILYDOSE. Another thing that we need to talk about, thank you so much for the codes in the comments. Another thing before we move on and continue to talk a little bit more Oscars and then more stories is Dosers Live. You guys, this is really, really exciting and this is happening. August 23rd, Dosers Live. Okay. Why are we doing Dosers Live? Because I need some FaceTime. I am sick of this, me talking to your words and you just looking at me. I need to see you face to face and I need some body to body. Okay. And we will get intimacy coordinators. All right. I will hire all the intimacy coordinators to be in the room with us. In August, we are doing an event here in Los Angeles called Dosers Live. Yes, that is Daily Dose of Donna live in person with you guys, where it's not just going to be part live show, but it's also going to be party time. Okay. We will have drinks, we will have food, and we will have a special event here in Los Angeles. All you got to do is go to dailydosepod.com/Dosers Live. And all you have to do is fill in your information if you want more information on the event as it comes out. Right now, we're trying to just get some information on how many people are interested so we can kind of narrow down venue size and event information. All you got to do is go to the website, which is right here up on the show notes. I'm going to put it in the show notes, but it's on my website, dailydosepod.com. Everything is there. I'm super excited about it. I'll have a dancing Deadpool. He's going to come. There will be a dancing Deadpool with Zach Peter inside. We already signed up. I already got the costume. I will come dressed as Blake Lively with 6 beanies. Yeah, it's going to be really, really great. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be dressed like a flower shop. I mean, there'll be so much going on over there. So make sure to be there or be square. Hashtag Doser Live. Dosers Live. We missed an S there, but let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So if you guys have any other thoughts about the Oscar actual show, get in there. I had some wins, I had some losses of my own, but they were frustrating and annoying to me as well. Let's move on to the parties and the red carpets. The looks were looking. I mean, I thought people looked pretty good. In my opinion, I would say, like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the Instagram, the Vanity Fair Instagram, because they had their big party. And if, in my opinion, I think that, the after party looks to me almost were better than the actual event looks. The Vanity Fair party looks were killing it. Now, the Giggly Squad girls were actually at the Vanity Fair red carpet. What do you guys think Kyle Cook is thinking? Seeing Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo hosting the um the Vanity Fair after the Vanity Fair red carpet. Like, I think Kyle Cook is dying inside. I mean, so is Craig Conover maybe inside, but I feel like secretly, I feel like Craig Conover is probably kind of happy for his ex. I don't know why. I just feel like that. But Kyle Cook is dying inside that Hannah Berner is actually getting somewhere without him. But let's look at it together. I just want to show you a little clip of when the girls from Bravo by Gays, this is Bravo by Gays Instagram account, and this is when the girls finally get announced on the red carpet. Here you go.
When it comes to pop culture, no one has their finger on the pulse quite like Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo, aka the Giggling Squad, who are here to chat with the stars the only way they can. Hello, ladies, what's going on?
Hello, Tan. No, the Giggly Squad is here.
We are so scared right now. It's a lot of yelling, but the best people watching I've ever seen. And let's not make her wait anymore. Amy Poehler, can you
Inches
come in
away
here?
from us. Amy, get right in the middle.
Get in here. Okay.
Stunning. Thank you.
So, since when are women in comedy just so beautiful?
Since 2025.
Since 2025,
Yes.
something happened in the planet.
Yes.
No, women have always been beautiful and funny. Have you ever done anything crazy to prepare for a night like this?
Ooh.
Like a semen like facial or something?
Yeah, like a mucin situation.
Yeah.
I wish I don't think I do enough. Every time I ate a croissant.
I will say this. Good for two influencer reality stars to explode the way that they have. I will always be really inspired by girls that have created incredible careers for themselves. That's for sure. Here's what I will also say. Paige would have done better on the carpet alone. That's my honest opinion, just from seeing a few different interviews. Like, I saw them interview Megan the Stallion. How do you say it? I'm so old. Megan the Stallion. And it was almost like uncomfortable because there was some moments where Hannah Berner was fangirling to the point where it's awkward, right? Because they are fans. They're just fans of these girls, but it's still a red carpet moment. Hannah is just, and it's tough because Hannah is a comedian. Paige is just more professional in this experience. In this moment, I think Paige did a better job than Hannah. And I know that they meet each other in the middle. They kind of just balance each other out, I guess. But if you have no idea who the Giggly Squad is, think about it. If you're coming in and just watching the show without having any information who they are, if you've never watched their show, if you've never listened to their podcast, if you've never watched Summer House, if you have zero idea who these girls are, you're going to watch that and you're going to be like, who is that girl? Why is she acting that way? It felt really out of place. Rachel said it perfectly in the comments. She said she isn't polished. That's exactly what it is. Paige felt polished. Hannah feels erratic and scattered in that moment, which works really well maybe in her, comedian gigs on a stage, even in a podcast. It doesn't work necessarily on a red carpet interview. It feels very bad the energy just doesn't work. Paige did a good job. I'm going to say something that's going to really piss everyone off, I'm sure as well. I don't think that they, hold on, I'm going to turn that off. I don't think that they looked their best. I'm going to try to find pictures of, like, I think, okay, here. Do I think that Paige looked pretty? Okay. Do I think that they looked pretty? Yes. I'm going to try to find pictures of, I want to find, like, how do I explain what I am trying to say? I'm going to try to find, like, the perfect Paige and Hannah red carpet. I want to find, like, their exact red carpet picture, and I can show you. Here's a page 6. Okay. Please let me just be me, and then you can tell me if you disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. Here's the page 6 picture. Okay? Please be honest. Paige, there's something about Paige, her look here, which is just not doing it for me. I don't know what it is because I think she's very pretty. But there's something about, I don't know if it's the stance that she's in, the dress, her hair, the way she just is prettier than this moment here. I don't know why. Hannah looks better than she normally does because her hair is usually kind of messy, and I love the long, the long kind of darker red locks. So for Hannah, she looks better. It also is really small the way that I want to make it bigger. Hold on. Let me see if we can make it bigger. How do we find the pictures? Here. There we go. That's bigger. What do you guys think? Oh, someone said, is it me or is Paige not looking as amazing as possible? I don't know. Paige just is prettier, in my opinion, than this picture. Okay. Some of you guys like it. Some of you don't. Okay. There you go. That's just how I feel. But that's just, me looking at, like, I'm just being a girl. We're allowed to have feelings, right? Like, that's a better angle. Maybe it's the angle. That's how I feel. So if you look at it straight on, I don't like the angle of it, maybe, because from the side, that's a prettier angle to me, in my opinion. Hannah's extensions also it looks like her hair is cutting off a little bit in an interesting way. There's something off there. Now let's look at some other gorgeous looks from this Vanity Fair red carpet. Hold on. Selena Gomez killed her looks in both places. I have not seen Selena Gomez look as gorgeous as she has this award season. Did anyone else feel this way? Look at how beautiful Selena Gomez looked last night. I actually think she should have worn this to the actual Oscars because this is a better dress. This black dress is so perfectly fitting. And she looked also so gorgeous at the SAG Awards the other week. Perfection. Now, I don't know if you guys saw her with Benny Blanco, her husband or fiance. He's a solid foot shorter than her. It's the funniest look I've ever seen, but so gorgeous. Like, beyond, are you kidding? She's perfection. Legit perfection. She looks stunning. Any other looks that are to die for? Sophia Richie. Some of these people's, they don't smile. Why don't they smile? Kendall Jenner looks pretty, but I'm over the Jenners. Okay. Kim Kardashian's wearing bedding. She's wearing my comforter. Why? How? What? What I do like about Kim Kardashian is she doesn't look like over made up. Does anyone else feel that? She doesn't look like she's got too much makeup on, and it looks very fresh and pretty. So her face looks stunning, and I'm really into her look, her face. But she's wearing a duvet. Hailey Bieber looks gorgeous. Was Justin not there? I don't know if she saw. If we saw. Olivia Wilde said, Bianca Censori, I'm coming. She literally wore a curtain. She wore the curtain next to Kim Kardashian's duvet. I mean, what is up with that? Now, this is Cynthia Erivo's Vanity Fair dress, and I'm not a fan. There's a lot going on. I don't know if you guys if you're listening to the audio, you don't know, you need to come over to YouTube to watch this because there's so much happening. There's like gauze, tulle. There's a lot of different materials coming out. There's a pearl, there's a this, and then there's a ribbon coming out, and there's a lot happening. It's a little too much for my brain. This is Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if I can do it. You guys, she has one. Should I wear this for Halloween? She has one nipple sticker. Just on one. She's wearing my wallpaper. She's wearing clitorals. She needs an intimacy coordinator. I'm going to wear this for Dosers Live. This is our dress code for Dosers Live. You have to wear this for Dosers Live. You can only come if you just have one nipple cover. Okay, that's the rule for Dosers Live. Okay, what? Julia Fox, Kanye's ex, said, Bianca, hold my beer. There's a full nipple showing behind her hair. You guys, I can't. No. I have not seen this until this moment. This is real life reactions. Julia Fox has punani hair. I can't. I'm falling out. I can't. She needs a bikini wax. We have a problem. Excuse me, somebody call 911. We need a bikini wax emergency. This is Jenna Lyon's bikini hair. What is happening? We're getting punked. Is this a joke? Did you guys actually see this? I would be so scratchy. What's happening? Oh, Ness says it's based on a painting. Well, it should stay as a painting. This should have never become a real thing. Okay, nothing. Everyone is saying it's based on a painting. We shouldn't have to think this hard for an Oscars carpet. We shouldn't have to think this hard. Someone just said, "Can you zoom in?" Suki, why do we need to zoom in to this? What? Ocean Exploration says, hearing you talk so naturally and funny for the first time since Blake introduced us. You're awesome. This is how you talked about Blake Liar before shit really hit the fan. Love being a doser. Yes, this is Donna, Daily Dose of Donna before Blake Lively overtook my brain. This is literally Daily Dose of Donna before we became Blake obsessed. Welcome to the show. I used to just sit here and talk about punani hair. I feel, please, can we sue for sexual harassment? Is everyone getting itchy right now watching this? Is everyone opening their pants and checking if they are due for their wax? This is how I feel. I'm mad at you, Julia. Someone, the PH Stitcher, says, why do they allow it? Okay, Sydney Sweeney. I'm going to say, you guys, Sydney Sweeney, to me, I don't know why, she is the definition of sexy. If I were into women, like sexually into women, I think this would be like my ideal. Does anyone else feel that? I truly think she is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Body. I mean, that face in that picture is not like giving, but when she smiles and when she's not giving like good face in any of these pictures, but she, I think, is beautiful. Who's that? Oh, Tate McRae. She was just on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Okay. We have to talk. You guys, we have to talk. It's a no for me. It is a no for me. We have a problem. Houston or Nashville, wherever she's from, we have a major, major problem. This is a call for help. This is a cry for help. There's so many things wrong with what's happening here. The eyebrow look has got to stop. The short, this is what's called, her bangs is what's called like a really bad haircut in 3rd grade. You know what I mean? Like a Midwest bad haircut in 3rd grade that my husband had when he was in 3rd grade. And I look back and like, Lance, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why? Why? What? No, Miley. No, no. Bad. Look at these cuties, Andrew Garfield and Jesse Eisenberg. Oh my gosh, from The Social Network. So cute. I need to rewatch that soon, The Social Network. Demi Moore is doing everything she can to keep smiling right now, but she is devastated. She's got to be devastated. She's got to be devastated. I'm devastated for her. Did you see the picture of her eating fries? There is a picture of her. Let me find it for you guys. There's a picture of her sitting and eating huge amounts of fries, which is all I would do if I lost, because she probably hasn't eaten, knowing Demi and seeing Demi's body. Let's be real. Okay, ad, go away. She probably hasn't eaten in months. That's what I would do if I lost. If I won too. Okay, just a couple more pictures and then we'll move on. This is fun, right? This is fun to roast rich people. To roast people other than Blake Lively for the first time ever. Who's that? Madeline Klein. I don't know who she is. I feel bad saying that. Coco Jones. Okay. Fine. This is literally crazy. Kaya Gerber, how much she looks like her mom, Cindy Crawford. Wild. Interesting look. Is there anything that we are like dying to see here? Oh, okay. Oh, there's Demi Moore with the fries. What did you guys think of Adam Sandler's bit? What did you guys think of it? I found it to be so odd, strange, weird. It didn't make a lot of sense. It really didn't. It was a strange bit and it was confusing and I don't get why it was there. It felt like almost like a time suck. Like it came out of nowhere. Okay. Chalamet. I love the Chalamet. You like the Sandler bit? But what was the point of it? Maybe a Netflix plug? It didn't make sense. It like didn't really connect. That and the I Won't Waste Your Time song. Yeah, there was so many random moments like that. It was a long show too. You guys, it started in LA at 4 p.m. and it ended what? At 8 or 7:30 or something? I was like, oh my gosh, this show is never ending. I was so done with it. I was done. Chalamet. All right. Well, it was a fun one. Oh, they were trying to do a Trump Zelensky thing. Okay. Well, it was so like, it just felt like not necessary. It felt like overdone. Like it didn't really, no one in my house was like dying of laughter. I didn't think it was like hysterical or anything. Okay. So let's move on. Let's talk about some other stuff because we've got some other updates as always. Before we do, let's talk about how this show is also sponsored by Hers. Let's face it, weight loss can feel overwhelming. That's why Hers is changing the game by providing access to GLP-1 medications plus expert care. They make your goals more achievable. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans delivered straight to your door, if prescribed. Hers offers a holistic weight loss program with personalized solutions, including compounded GLP-1 weekly injections featuring the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy, or oral medication kits. After submitting an online intake form, a licensed medical provider will determine what plan is best for you. If prescribed, your program includes medication, ongoing care, and online support, all at one low cost. Weight loss plans are more affordable through hers with compounded GLP-1 injections starting at $165 per month with a 12-month plan paid upfront for new subscribers. No hidden fees and no membership fees. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find the best option that works for you through hers. Start your initial free online visit today at forhers/dailydose. That's FORHERS.com/daily dose for your personalized weight loss treatment options. Forhers.com/daily dose. Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys were talking about fries. That's hysterical. So we got to talk about, who should we get into first? Some Blake Lively updates or Bravo updates? Which one? Which one should we get into? Well, I did get followed by JT over the weekend, which I thought was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny. JT from Southern Charm followed me because I posted on my Instagram stories. I said, why am I a JT fan after this last week? Because as you guys know, on this last episode of Southern Charm, JT, everyone was bullying him, and I can't handle that. I can't handle group bullying. You know, I was bullied when I was younger. I see what happens with kids these days. I can't do it. So seeing everyone go after JT made me feel sick about it. But then so many people were saying, yeah, until I saw what happened with Venita and how he was like texting Venita to come to his room, even though he had a girlfriend, this is weird, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But then over the weekend, Venita, so on the show, basically, what we saw is that Venita had JT over for dinner at her house a few episodes ago. Or sorry, 2 episodes ago. She cooked him branzino and she basically said, I'm into you. And he said, I like you a lot, but I got a girlfriend or I'm dating someone. Then they went on their trip. And on that trip, he was getting bullied. He was getting treated really bad. She was feeling really sad. And then he texted her saying, come over to my room. She goes to his room and he says, no cameras. She goes into the room, door closes, and that's the end of the episode. She then goes on to her Instagram stories and she says, let me pull it up. She basically says, this is frustrating, which, by the way, this is not the first time that this shit happens because this is something that has happened before with Bravo. She essentially says that producers are making her look like a homewrecker because this editing is off. She called out show producers for making her look like a homewrecker after she learned her crush, JT, has a girlfriend. The TV personality took to her Instagram stories on Saturday to allege producers altered the timeline of when they filmed scenes between her and JT, claiming she wouldn't have continued pursuing him if she had known he was taken. She said on her Instagram stories, let me make something very clear, she wrote. The dinner JT and I had after I made a branzino, so the dinner she made him the fish where she talked to him about being into him and he said, I can't, was after the Bahamas, y'all. As an audience saw it before. So they fricked up. They showed us as an audience that she said she was into him and he said he was taken. And then they went to the Bahamas, but it was not that way, which is so insane that Bravo does that. She goes, so this week's episode is now making me look like I'm a homewrecker when I'm not. She said, I know what I signed up for, but I will also not allow the world to think that I'm a woman when I'm not. I'm sorry. That I'm that woman when I am not, is what she said. And so that's what she said first. Now, since that happened, there's been a little bit of an update because JT does have a girlfriend. And Real Moms of Bravo on Instagram posted the clip or the story on their Instagram post. And it says, from the desk of Venita. Now, on that, the girlfriend commented. The girlfriend's name is Ali Perales and said, Venita met me as Jarrett, that's JT's, girlfriend at dinner with Bunny, that's the mom, last April pre-filming, but I appreciate her trying to save face. Happy to send receipts. OMG. And people are like, oh my gosh, send receipts, send receipts. And Real Moms of Bravo is saying, give receipts. So no one is actually confirming anything. And apparently, according to Real Moms of Bravo, they're not actually saying, what the receipts are. But this girl, the girlfriend, is now saying, Venita completely knew I was around. So I don't even know why she's saying this or why she's lying on this. My gut is, in this moment, that Venita may have met this Allie, but didn't meet Allie as a girlfriend. She just met her as maybe someone that is in JT's life, not knowing that they were serious girlfriend and boyfriend. I don't think that Venita would have gone after JT, knowing that there was an actual girlfriend involved. Although there's been some weird stuff going on with Venita, because Venita was just on Nick Viall and she threw Craig under the bus with Paige. Did you guys see that? She talked to Nick Viall. Oh, we have a bone to pick with Nick Viall and Blake in just a second. Don't worry, I'll get there. She just talked to Nick Viall and she said that she was kind of team Paige with the Paige and Craig stuff. And because of that, she mentioned that, she said that Craig is like kind of using press and like going after this and talking a lot about this. And Austin commented on the clip about it and said, wow, he saves you from drowning and this is what you get. Basically coming after him on that episode where they were at Sally's house. Venita jumped in the pool drunk and like kind of couldn't swim. Craig jumped into the pool after her, saved her ass. And now this is what he gets. And then Madison even responded to Austin saying like, good comeback. That was good. So clearly a lot of them are not really happy with Venita right now. So it does make me question Venita a little bit. Makes me wonder about Venita and like where she stands with all of these folks. So we'll have to see where this goes. I'm curious where JT's girlfriend comes out. But JT did follow me over the weekend and message me. And he said, the reason why you're on my side is because I have not lied one time this entire season. And why do I feel in my heart that JT is telling the truth? I don't know why. My gut is telling me that JT is telling the truth. I don't know why. Something is going on in my heart. That's how I feel. Let's move on. And let's get into a little Blake update and then a couple other things that I want to tell you guys about. I will do another video a little bit later. I think if I have some time where I want to talk about some stuff that's really happening behind the scenes about Blake Lively and the creators, me, et cetera, where I want to go deep into all of that. You guys are asking about it. Patricia's asking, did you see Sharsty's emergency video yesterday about her Wikipedia page? Yes, I want to do a separate video about that because I do think that there's going to be an important update just about what's happening behind the scenes and this upcoming article that I think is going to come out that's going to attempt to kind of paint, Zach and Dave and myself in a pretty negative way. So we'll have to see what happens about that. So I'm gonna save a lot of that for later, and I want to kind of separate that out. So just hold off, and you'll see that I'll have an update about that. In terms of Blake Lively, the only really super big news about everything that's happening is that she withdrew her subpoenas for all of his employees, stuff. Okay. She withdrew her subpoenas for all of the employees' phone records because she knew that it wasn't going to work. There's other things that Zach is saying in terms of, the copyright infringement. He's getting hits on his copyright infringement. Like he showed a Brandon Sklenar interview today on his show, and it's getting taken down. And now he's not able to get monetized on his YouTube video because he showed something from The Hollywood Reporter and Brandon Sklenar. I get that kind of stuff all the time if I show a trailer or something on an episode. So I don't know if that's related to like Blake's CIA guy. I don't know. We can be extra paranoid about things or not. I have absolutely no idea. But these things we just have to kind of keep an eye on. But in terms of the actual lawsuit, we have an update that Thursday, let me pull up the exact DM that I just got from someone about this. Thursday, there's going to be a hearing. This is kind of crazy. There's going to be a hearing for a motion for discovery. And it's going to be able for us to listen in. So there's going to be a dial-in number for the public to actually listen in, and we'll be able to live listen in. It's at 10 a.m. I want to say 10 a.m. on Thursday Eastern. So I think it's going to be 7 a.m. my time. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that live because I've got kids and I have to take them to school. That may be hard, but that will be an interesting thing in terms of being able to listen and hear what's going on. I'm shocked that they're going to be allowing the public to listen in and why, but that will be an interesting update to kind of see why that's happening. Obviously, over the weekend, Blake Lively was mentioned in kind of a joke on SNL. There was like a little bit of an update there where they were being a little bit roasted on SNL. And then, there's so many other things that are being found out, just like little findings that, people are finding. My girl Elsie, who was on my show on Saturday, a lot of you guys were here for it. It was one of the best conversations. I love Elsie. She's phenomenal. If you haven't followed her, she's wonderful. And she has been finding all these great Easter eggs with Ryan Reynolds from the last few years in interviews and this and that, just to show the difference and the nuance and everything. I'm really, if I'm going to be 100% honest, where I'm standing on this whole thing right now. How do I put this? I have gotten such an onslaught of negative anger towards me in the last week from this case. And I know in my heart why I talk about this and the reason I'm talking about this. And I hate that it's been like skewed in the last couple weeks to be like that I'm trying to take someone down and be like a hit, like a National Enquirer or like, Perez Hilton's circa 2000, whatever, 5. And this is upsetting to me as a human being and like as a person. I don't want that to be who I am. And I don't want that to be like my vibe. So I'm struggling a little bit because it was messing with my mental health, if I can be 100% honest. It was truthfully messing up. I can't speak well. It was messing my mental health up. As a mother who has children and has who have their own issues with like mean kids and bullying and anxiety and like stuff like that, and then to go online and being told that I am this like sick, horrible, demented, disgusting, sick, psycho, blah, 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 all these words, it was messing me up a little bit in the last week. And so I started to be like, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it to even go on and continue to talk about this case for this reason? Because not if it's going to get this deranged. I have already done so much where, my name gets thrown into the fire, like when it comes to talking about anti-Semitism and that, because that is such a passion of mine. I will never stop fighting for things that I am really passionate about, like being, Jewish. Like I will never stop fighting for that because that's the safety of my family and my children, my life, my that's a mission of mine. But I'm like, for Blake Lively, I'm not gonna, the safety of my my children and my, and my life, and like the shit that was coming my way this last week was intense. And it started to make me like really start, question everything. And if it just gets worse, I started to say like, I just was hearing some really crazy shit, really crazy stuff. So I had to do a little soul searching. I'm just going to be honest in the last week over it. So that's why I'm saying like I have to, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to report on Blake. I'm going to report on Justin, and I'm going to report on the case. But I want to remind everyone that's watching here what this comes down to and what this is about. It's not about taking Blake down, and it's not about attacking Blake and Ryan. It's about reminding, let's remind people what this was originally about. If you can remember, it was about a woman who claimed that her director and her co-star sexually harassed her alongside another producer and multiple other people, sexually harassed her, and then enacted and executed a full-on smear campaign against her to take her down. This man and these other people, in my opinion, from seeing many things, are unfairly being accused of something. I am not in any way trying to attack or take those people down, but we're trying to show how easily someone can be taken down because of a word, because of someone's saying something. Unless you can show proof. Like, people have said enough about me that if you believe what you read on the internet, then you would believe that I am all of those things. You have to see proof. Show me proof, then we believe you. That's what it comes down to. So that's all we're trying to do here, is trying to find the proof. And then we're just reporting on it. That's it. Okay, so I will do another video a little bit later to give you more of an update on Blake Lively and the creator side of it. It's a wild journey. I wasn't here for Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I wasn't here for a lot of these other big scandals, but I've heard some crazy stuff behind the scenes from what happened to some YouTubers, where their addresses were posted online, where their lives were doxxed, where really bad stuff happened to them, where you start to say, is it worth it? You know what I mean? So as long as it doesn't get to that place, Mr. CIA being involved, then I'm down to keep talking about it, right? Anyway, let's talk more about it tomorrow. Oh, let's do one little last thing. This is a crazy random thing that just popped up in my text messages this morning. Casey Anthony. Before I move on to talk about, I promise I'll do a separate video later. Casey Anthony is talking. Have you guys heard this? Do you know that Casey Anthony is starting a Substack and started a TikTok? Casey Anthony, former accused Casey Anthony. Let's watch this TikTok together. Let me know. Are you interested in hearing from Casey Anthony? This is wild. She, of course, turned off her comments. Let's watch it together.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse.
Did I miss that she's a proponent for the LGBTQ community? Do I need to go back and remember that part? How is this the world we're living in? How come this is why I say we should watch Alec Baldwin's show and laugh at Ilaria. Like, there's certain things in the world that feel like I miss Cody Brown. I miss Cody Brown. I miss Robin Brown. I miss Happy Times. These are the days where I just want to watch Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott. Like, I just want to watch light and bright. Oh, you know what I did watch? It's like, I don't want to watch that. She should not have a platform. She should not be allowed on TikTok. Like, you know how they say, like, kids should not be allowed? They should say under 13 and people that probably murdered their children. Sick. You know what? Someone just said we need another feel-good show like Schitt's Creek. May I suggest Running Point on Netflix? I watched 3 episodes on Saturday night with Kate Hudson and my girl Brenda Song. Brenda and I know each other from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. Brenda, who is married to, are they actually married? Macaulay Culkin and her? They have 2 kids together. They're so cute. She was last night at the Vanity Fair party. Adorable. Oh my God. KLBG says, on the light side, have you seen Michael Pavano's Blake Lively imitations? He's so funny with his lips. He said he did Blake Lively for 12 straight hours and he had to like ice his lips. Oh, so funny. That's a great show. Watch Running Point. There's so many light shows out there. Do it. Do it. All right, you guys. So from this rainbow to you, in these dark days to you, I'm going to sing my way out of this show. I try to always keep things light and tight, just like Julia Fox's punani hair. Oh my God, you guys. Abbott Elementary. Yeah, that's a good show. Have an amazing day. Okay. I will see you guys later from Daily Dose of Donna. Bye.